quick little yoga routine that anybody can do. You can modify it if you're a beginner, or you can modify it if you're an advanced level as well. The main thing to remember is your breathing. You really want to breathe nice and deep, and as long as you're breathing, you're doing yoga. So we're going to start off nice and slow. This should feel really good if you did one of our workouts earlier, and you're going to get a nice little stretch here. So we're going to start off in a child's pose. So you want to take your knees and get them nice and wide, and then you want your toes to touch, and then we're going to walk our hands forward and just take a couple of deep breaths here. So inhale and exhale. Deep inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale, stretch a little bit deeper. Now we're going to take our right hand and we're going to thread it through our left and get that nice shoulder stretch here. I'm going to stay here for 3 breaths. So inhale, exhale, sink your hips a little bit deeper, get that lower back stretch, your shoulder stretch, and inhale, exhale, one more. Nice, and now let's switch sides. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And then let's go ahead and switch and come back to the middle. Good, get that nice stretch. Then we're gonna come to a tabletop position on our hands and our knees. Body's nice and straight. And just get grounded here, really press your hands into the floor. And then as we exhale, we're going to lift our hips up. So inhale, exhale, curl those toes under and take your hips back. Good, drop your head. So this is called a downward dog position. You wanna try, the goal is to get the heels to the ground. You can also go ahead and walk your feet a little bit here and get that nice calf stretch. The key is to do everything mindfully and really, basically you want to link each movement with the breath. Good. So from here, we're going to go ahead and lift up our right leg, and then we're going to go ahead and rotate it. Get that nice hip swinging action here. Breathe. Really open up those hips. Okay, and then go ahead and take it down. Let's do the other leg. So raise that leg up and go ahead and open it up. Really get that good full range of motion. Get those hips nice and loose. And then take it down. All right, we're gonna go ahead and come into a plank, and then go ahead and take your knees down and just stretch back. Now we're gonna come back up to a plank, curl those toes under, back to downward dog. Now this time, we're going to go ahead and take our right leg and we're gonna step it forward into a lunge. So take up the leg and then step it right in between those hands. Now you wanna go ahead and come up here, bring those hands up, and you're in warrior 1. Keeping that core nice and tight, breathe. And then exhale, take it down. Frame that foot, step back into a plank. And then if you can, go ahead and lower it down and open up that chest. Exhale, come back over here. So there are a few variations that you can do. You don't have to do the push-up. The option is to you can always come down to your knees if you need to. And let's do the other side. So we're in a plank. We're gonna take our hips to a downward dog. Now this time we're gonna go ahead and take our left leg, step it in between our hands, and then raise it up to warrior 1. Stay here for a couple breaths, really get that hip open. And then go ahead and frame that foot. Take it down. So if you don't want to do the push-up, just bring your knees in and then lower down this way. Inhale, open up that chest. And exhale, this time downward dog. Good. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and bend our knees, and then we're gonna walk our hands towards our feet. Drop your head, so you're in a forward fold. Let's go ahead and catch our elbows. Make sure your head is down, and we're just gonna swing it side to side. Really opening up that lower back, getting that good stretch in the hamstrings. Good. And then take your hands down to the floor. We're gonna inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, look up. Exhale, plant those hands down, step into the plank. And then go ahead and come down. Upward dog, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Take your right hand, step it between your hands. Open it up. Warrior one. This time we're gonna go ahead and open it up this way as well. And then we're gonna do a little stretch here, warrior three. And then go ahead and frame that foot once again. Take it down and then come down to a plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, take that hand, step it through the take that foot, step it through the hands and raise up. Warrior one. Make sure that knee doesn't go past your toes. Then open up warrior two. And then warrior three stretch. Frame that foot. Plank and come down. Good. Now just go ahead and lay here for a second. We're gonna work on opening up our chest a little bit. So the first thing is just to come up down here. And we're gonna go ahead and look to the right and then look to the left. Really getting a good stretch in your neck so that you don't have any neck problems or back problems and everything's aligned. And then come down. Now if you can, come up a little bit higher this time. And down, good. One last time, as we inhale, we're gonna come up as high as you can, but you don't have to do this if you're not there, so it's perfectly fine to stay here. Whatever is most comfortable for you. So this is your practice. And then come down, good. All right, let's go ahead and come up to tabletop position. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and extend our right leg, and then go ahead and extend the opposite arm up. And we're gonna go ahead and do a little crunch here. So bring our fist towards our knee. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Inhale, and exhale. We got one more. Inhale, and exhale, good. Good. And just have a seat for a second. Go ahead and take your hands, raise them up. You're gonna take your left hand and we're gonna stretch it to the right. So you're opening up the side a little bit here. And down, and stretch to the other side. Good, nice. Let's do the other side. So we're back to tabletop position. This time let's extend our left leg back or whichever leg that you haven't done yet. Right arm forward and then bring them in. Really getting that nice strong core. And if you have a strong core, then your whole body's strong. So make sure that you're breathing. Last one. Good. And just go ahead and come back into a child's pose, just to relax a little bit. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. So inhale and exhale. All right. Now let's work on opening up our hips a little bit, our hip flexors. So we're gonna do a low lunge. So let's take our left leg first. I'm gonna step it forward and we're just gonna lean into it, opening up the hip flexors here, making sure that your knee is in line with your toes, keeping that core nice and tight. Good, and breathe here. If you have any knee problems, take something soft and then put it under your knee. Or if it's not comfortable, you can just do a modified one and do it this way. You can also set this one out and just take some deep breaths as well. Now we're gonna go ahead and straighten this left leg, and we're gonna do a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. Inhale, exhale. Good. You wanna keep your back as straight or your chest up as much as you can. You don't wanna round, you wanna be nice and straight. So if you can only come up here, you're good. As long as you're feeling that stretch, that's when the work is happening. And take it down as far as you wanna go. So inhale, and then as you exhale, go a little bit deeper into that stretch. Inhale. One more. Feels so good to stretch these hamstrings. All right. And then come down. Let's go ahead and do the other side. That should feel really good. So right leg is forward. We're gonna lean right into it. Knee does not go past our toes. Should feel that hip flexor here. I'm gonna stay here for 3 more breaths at your own pace. And then we're gonna go ahead and come down and we're gonna straighten that leg and get into that hamstring stretch. So however you wanna be, if you need to be here and if you feel it here, then great. Make sure that chest is nice and open. You don't wanna slouch here, no slouching. You can go ahead and lift your toe towards you and pull it towards you to make it a little bit more intense. And as you exhale, stretch a little bit deeper. So every time you exhale, you can always go a little bit deeper. And as you inhale, you kind of relax a little bit. So let's do 3 more breaths here. All right. All right, well, that was a little bit of a hip stretch and upper body stretch. So hopefully if you did one of our exercises or total body workouts or a plank challenge, this is going to stretch you out and kind of bring your heart rate back down so that you're good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed and come back and watch again.